Welcome to Wyoming! I wanted to show you this really cool thing. I am so tickled because Google says that this is temporarily closed because it does open up seasonally. So I took a chance and came over here, and I am so tickled to find that the gate is open and I get to show this to you up close. So this is called the Vore buffalo jump. Well, let's see. Go this way, walk through the weeds. I think we'll go this way. I'll go in and out real fast. So what this is a natural sinkhole, and the Indians used it to run buffalo over the edge. They'd fall into the pit, and then they could go get the buffaloes and use every single part of them for everything they did. And it's also, obviously, a huge archaeological site because there's all these buffalo bones. So imagine we're way back in the past when the Indians lived here and they were hunting buffalo, and they would run the buffaloes all the way up to the edge here. And down they'd go into this sinkhole. So I'm going to be respectful and not take the whole path down there since I'm not really supposed to be in here, but I had to show this to you. Ooh, okay, look at this. The Plains Indians required large quantities of meats and hides for food, shelter, clothing, and other material needs. Harvesting as many buffalo as needed by hunting on foot in severe winter weather would be nearly impossible. Therefore, the Plains tribes conducted a communal hunt in the autumn to procure meat and hides that they needed before the harshest weather onset. So for 300 years, from 1500 to 1800 AD, various plain tribes would repeatedly use this natural sinkhole as a trap to kill buffalo. Excavations suggest 10,000 or more buffalo were killed here in 25 to 30 hunts. 5 or more tribes used this site during this period. The communal hunts required the concerted efforts of several hundred people and involved 3 stages. First, they would gather and drive the herd to the kill site. Then they would skin and butcher them, which occurred in the sinkhole, and then they would process the meat and hides in a nearby camp. And most of this activity was done on foot using dogs as beasts of burden. Horses were not acquired by the Indians in this region until the late 1700s. Is that not amazing? I said I wasn't going to go down there, but there's more signs. I want to read what the signs say. Okay, we're just going to go to this sign. I'm such a rule breaker. Okay, what does this say? Understanding their behavior. Buffalo are fast and strong and often unpredictable, but the Indians understood the bison behavior and used that knowledge effectively. For example, Indians knew that manipulating herds of buffalo was easier than controlling an individual animal. In late autumn, when most hunts occurred, bisons usually dispersed in small groups of cows and calves, and after much planning and ceremony, scouts were sent to gather these small groups into critical masses of 200 to 500 buffalo and position them within a few miles of this sinkhole. And when they sensed a threat, the bison naturally tended to seek the apparent safety of a larger group. Scouts used various techniques to gently harness the small groups into one large herd without causing them to scatter and or stampede prematurely, or even leave the area. And tribes are known to have had various kinds of decoys, such as a man covered with a buffalo hide who positioned himself near the herd and pretended to be a calf in distress. Dominant cows would investigate and other buffaloes would follow. The decoy would move closer and closer to the trap and the buffalo would follow. I'm so glad I'm getting to show this to you. And I'm so glad we were able to sneak in. Okay, one more sign. This also looks like a great place for a picture. Okay, trapping the buffalo. Trapping them. Oh, look at that. Poor babies. To avoid having the herd scatter and avoid the trap, the Indians tried to move the buffalo close to the sinkhole before causing them to stampede. In the final moments, the hunters wanted the buffalo to panic and lower their heads and kick up dust and think that danger was behind them. In fact, the real danger was the sinkhole immediately ahead. Desperate to get away, most animals never saw the trap until they plunged over the edge. Over centuries, the tribes possibly used several different drive lines. However, the primary drive line at the Vore site was probably from the west and right over this cliff. Many of the buffalo were killed or severely injured by falling or having another large bison fall on them. The injured were dispatched with arrows or other weapons. Poor fluffy cows.